Parceros. Welcome back. We're back, bro.
We're back forever.
Final 30. An environment for everybody that is passionate about Atlanta United.
MLS.
And the beautiful game. Are you still passionate about Atlanta United?
I'm
still passionate about Atlanta United.
People don't think we don't enjoy watching them.
Yeah, but people think we're not passionate about it. Clearly, we're back and we're here.
We've always been been active on Twitter. We just haven't really had the opportunity to record and talk our views on the show, right?
Yep. Hope everybody's doing great, alive. Clearly, hope everybody's family is doing good. We have not been back. We haven't recorded since back in late February, early March,
right,
because of the whole COVID situation.
Yeah, but we're finally back, man. And last episode we did was predictions for a Club America game.
Oh man! Away. Going home, right?
Away.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Where I said 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, and I said it over and over on Siempre. I said it on here. I said it on Atlanta United Fan TV. Everyone slandered me for it, but how did it end?
I think it was 3-0.
It was 3-0.
I think it was 3-0.
It was 3-0.
It should have been more. But anyways,
that's another story.
Yeah, that's not neither here or there. But man, we're back. We're excited to get back to this show, Final 30, talk to you about everything that's been going on, and let's get to it, man. So last time we were doing the prediction for Club America, they went away, we were coming back. Man, I feel like that was like last year. Much
there's so much we played, and then there's a big stoppage, obviously, and then the MLS is back tournament, and there's another month that we didn't play, and now we're here in this mess. And there's a lot that's happened. I mean, there's a MLS is back tournament, obviously, the big break, the FDB firing, Pity getting sold, gone. Barco's situation, Barco, Moreno, bringing Moreno for no reason.
And I feel like if you sit back and you look at, since we left off, the team that we had and the view that we had of the season to what we are now, it's like we're in a whole different matrix.
It could be, but I mean, our views have always been the same, no?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, we've been saying this for a while, and we had a feeling that our team was heading into a decline, negative direction.
They're regressing and fast, and we saw this last year first of all, with the hiring of FDB, or actually with the letting go of Tata Martino, and then the hiring of Frank de Boer. We were promised an evolution, not a revolution, but we got
the Ajax of MLS.
Yeah, the Ajax of MLS. That obviously never worked out for X, Y, and Z reasons. We have our reasons for it. I mean, they didn't bring the players Frank de Boer wanted. Mm-hmm. Frank de Boer couldn't implement his style. He had a championship-winning team, and then he couldn't
To me, the biggest thing was, we're going back to this because it's literally, we have to talk about the state of the team and of the FO in general, of the club. And you had a championship team. You had an identity, a mentality, a way of playing. And Ron brings up the hiring of the board that you pretty much scratched out and pretty much said, hey, no, you know what? Mm-hmm. We're going to try to win another championship a different way. And honestly, yeah, that's what it was. Okay, everything was good under Tata, but no, I think let's try it. Bocanegra said, and Darren said, hey, you know what? Let's try our own thing. Let's do our own thing. Let's find another way to win a championship. And a big gamble. Everyone talks about, but 2019, he did well. But I mean, we had the same. He already had that recipe. You know what I mean?
And he didn't do well from the beginning.
Until August.
Dude, from March till July, until the All-Star game, dude, the team was playing utter trash. Utter trash. And why? Because FDB was trying to force and implement his style of play on these players that have a different mentality, right? You bring a manager that suits the identity of the club and the players that are in the club.
But you lost Miguel Almiron, somebody might say.
You lost Miguel Almiron. Who'd you bring in?
Technically, you brought in Piti. Technically, you brought in Barco as well, because Barco wasn't even
playing under Tata.
Because Tata didn't bring him. People don't know that.
He didn't ask for him.
He didn't ask for him. So.
And then when they brought him, when Boca Negra brought Barco, Tata was like, man, I didn't ask for this player. Sat him on the bench. All during the playoffs.
So, So here we are. What would you say about everything that's going on, Ron? Like, what do you see?
Where do I see Atlanta United headed towards? Well, I don't see.
Oh no! What do you no? No. Let's just where we are now. Not where we're heading towards. Where we are now, like where we're currently.
Where we are now is
yes.
A team.
We're sitting in 8th place.
Right. Still no manager. Even though our manager was fired 80 days ago, or so. Still no rumors. Not even one rumor. We had like that Paraguayan sub U17 coach, which was a rumor that lasted about 3 or 4 days.
For real? I didn't even know.
But it was nothing serious. It was probably just his agent trying to get him more money or something. I don't know.
So
but
here we are, mid 2020, past MLS's back, did horrible in the tournament. No manager. We got Steven Glass. Steven Glass comes in, interim coach. Me personally, I have nothing, against him. He's trying the best he can with the pieces that he has. They sold midway. He only had 2 games with Piti. In my opinion, Piti was still the best player creating chances. I mean, he was the only offense. And it sucks because at the time, Gallagher wasn't playing. It would have been cool to watch Piti on one side and Gallagher on the other. Yeah. I'm not, trying to roast, on anybody or take anything away from what's going on now. But it would have been cool to see the team that's currently, well, never mind. I was about to say bringing numbers forward, but that's not happening either. But they take away Piti from Glass, which on Glass's part, I mean, it sucks for him. As a club, I mean, I guess it's a positive, right? I mean, you broke even on Piti. Are you mad about selling Piti? Are you like? I
mean, I'm happy for him. I would have liked to see Piti's. Of course, obviously, he didn't work out. People saying, "Oh, the Parceros saying that trying to force the narrative that Piti worked out." Obviously, he didn't. He's in Saudi Arabia now. But he would have performed. It would have been a really different Piti under perspective of the fans had he played under a different coach. That built the team around him, supported him, not only with the formations, but like emotionally and tactically.
I think it would have been a different Piti if he would have finished off the season. He was clearly the only player creating chances.
Right, he didn't have any supporting cast with him. I mean, who do you have creating with?
Well, now the only one creating is no one's really creating, honestly. I mean, Gallagher is finding little pieces here and there, but as we've seen against Orlando today, there's nothing. There's no creation.
No, it's just trying to force the other team to make a mistake by using high pressuring high. I mean, that's what you got to do when you have no creatives on the field. No, technically skilled players, I guess you could say. Hyman, I mean, we saw him. He's very timid. I mean, he's always been this way. He's always been timid, even since last year. I mean, a lot of guys rated him last year because whatever, he scored a goal. He scored a goal against America in that friendly. Okay, cool. But he had that championship-winning team around him that made him.
You call it friendly?
Okay, Campeones Cup, whatever. But he had that championship-winning team around him that made him look good. And even then, I could see him.
He's still timid. Yeah, and even then, he wasn't a starting player.
No, he wasn't.
In our championship team. It's different where we are right now. It's from where we left off in the previous final 30. I still don't see an identity. Like, there's no identity. You look at the starting lineup every game, and it's kind of like, okay, who's gonna start? What surprise is it? Mulroney? Is Dam gonna start? Is it now? Finally, Gallagher. I feel like he won that spot, and Lennon won those spots on the wings. But before, I mean, think about how long it took to get those players or to get Glass to kind of get you an understanding of what he wants to do. Now we know he wants John, Lennon, and Gallagher.
Okay.
But look at where we're at. Look how long it was.
But even
look how long it's been, and they're still not creating much. Like, yeah, they're still not creating much. And we'll go a little bit more in depth as we go into DC United and the Orlando game that just passed.
But yeah, man. To me, it wasn't really Glass's fault for not figuring out that the top three. I think a lot of decisions that came tactically of like formations and how the way Atlanta plays is forced onto us or forced onto Glass from the higher ups, from Bocanegra, maybe Eels has a word in it. I mean, we saw obviously Bocanegra on the touchline in that last game in the
MLS back
tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Hyman's his favorite player now. He's the one that brought him. I think he's forcing him into the lineup as well. Yeah, I think like you said, Glass doesn't have the tools to work with, and plus he has that pressure from the higher ups, the pressure from the fans to perform, to organize this team. But it seems really a mess right now. There's not much you can say about that.
And I think it's crazy, and I'm glad you brought that up because it reminds me of the season ticket holder meeting that they held last month. And if we can do a quick recap of their reasoning as to why everything's happening in the club, why we went from a Tata championship team, and they keep bringing up Almiron, Tata Almiron, a 2019 to where we are now. Their reasoning is salary cap.
Is why we couldn't keep the players.
That's why we couldn't keep the players that we had the championship team. Joseph got injured. So it's kind of, I mean, think about when did Joseph get injured and we never got a replacement. And we're not even going to go into Nagby. We're not even going to go into Nagby. Let's keep Nagby out of the equation. Salary cap, Joseph got injured, and we had to sell Pity. We had to sell Pity as a business. This is a business. You know, people understand this is a business. It's a business. We understand it's a business. But what happened to the product?
The product on the field is non-existent. There's no. It suffers as a consequence of the product of Pity getting sold, and like you said, we didn't bring. We didn't. Bocanegra didn't bring apt replacements to replace. You know, obviously the championship winning team or the leaders, and we had Nagby and LGP, and I mean Gressel maybe is more deserving of that salary Hyman is earning right now. But man,
yeah, it's
rough.
Yeah,
it's rough to see a team like this, man.
Struggle's real. Here's the thing. People think that we bag on our team, that we tweet that we're so negative, but the thing is, I mean, we're both season ticket holders. I added an extra season ticket this season. We want the team to succeed, but
obviously, but I mean, nothing in on this team is original. Everything, like to quote Nico Gonzalez Pires, he said, NGP said, "Nada en fútbol es inventado." Like everything in football has already been done before. Like we've seen this demolition, I guess, or this squad regressing, or a squad regressing from how do you say, like the fault of, it's the management's fault, in like Real Madrid and River Plate,
Barcelona,
and America de Cali, like literally any country you can pick out a football team that has gone through this, and it's why, because X, Y, and Z, and we see that now. The
decisions that are made, and I feel like the fans don't. A lot of times, the fans, they like to be stuck on a certain player or even the manager. Yeah, we bagged on the board. It mostly was because of the playing style, but it's a combination of both.
No, but even with the board, we knew what we were getting ourselves into. Yeah. Look at his two previous jobs, dude.
No, I know.
Fired from Inter, fired from Crystal Palace. 0 goals scored, 7 defeats at Crystal Palace.
Hey, but don't talk crazy, about the new Netherlands coach like that, bro. He's in Netherlands for a reason. He won Campeones Cup. Like the Tudén analyst said today.
Right, and he lost 1-0 against Tata, right?
Yeah.
But that was today. Good game.
Good game.
From Tata.
Decent game.
But yeah, dude, we saw Frank de Boer. It's not a surprise. We see this team regressing, and we talk about it. It's not because we're negative. We're negative because,
and it's not that we don't like him. It's just that you're gonna break an identity and a culture that was working for us. That was beautiful.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that was then, and this is where we're at now. This past weekend we played DC United, it looked like we were playing the B team or something like that.
No man, we were playing a USL team. We are playing our
not even because
Sunday
we
league,
can't. We Birmingham, like you play a Birmingham.
We're playing Deportivo Cali.
Yo, chill, chill. So we played DC United. What was the score?
It was 4-0.
4-0 win.
It's very.
We saw. What did we see from our defensive line was nice and solid, very organized. Our midfield, man, they were moving the ball around.
Hyman was doing whatever he wanted. There were moments where he would literally just jog with the ball between two defensive midfielders, like not pressuring
up to the defense,
literally up to the box, literally. And I mean,
yeah,
I mean credit to the players, and I guess you obviously you got to be in that moment and step up
and have the mentality of, okay, we're playing an inferior team that is going through a hard time, and they got stuff done. Gallagher got stuff done. Brooks Lennon, I feel like right now, I mean, apart from Bello, of course, I think Brooks and Gallagher are, they're, if we have to pick the positives, it's them.
Yeah,
for sure.
Brooks saw we saw how replaceable Gressel is.
Yeah. But I still would have liked to keep Gressel. I mean, if we're gonna because Gressel was like multifunctional. Like you saw how when we won the championship with Tata, Gressel was actually playing in the middle. It was Remedy, Nagby, and Gressel. No. They had that rotating the rotating middle, and Franco was on the right. So we could have been using Gressel right now in the middle. We could have. So
FO decisions, it's a business, like they said.
It's a business.
So, but these business decisions aren't making very much sense at all. Obviously, we see still no head coach.
Still no head coach.
That's the thing I'm most worried about is no head coach, and we bring in Moreno.
Yeah, we when you buy a DP, not knowing, they say they know the style of play they want for the upcoming coach. I mean, from what we saw in the board and what they said they were bringing and what was the product that was implemented, I'm still iffy about that.
The whole buying Moreno. Yeah, I mean, what idea is the FO trying to convince Moreno that we have here?
I don't know.
It's illogical. It's I mean, well, it's illogical what they're doing, but it's logical to hire a coach before you hire any players. Obviously, you know what players the coach wants. You're going to bring them in cheaper. They're going to be more motivated. We can have expectations because the manager's going to have a certain expectation for them.
Have we talked about Eric Lopez?
How Eric Lopez was convinced he was playing for the first team. He even said it in an interview.
I felt bad for him.
He was coming in to play in Primera in first division.
He's not playing until 2021.
And he's not playing. To me, that's bad communication from the FO once again. Like we've been seeing bad decisions, bad communication, the management not doing their job.
So DC United. Solid game. We won. We beat Assad and Gressel.
Good.
A very... I'm trying to translate it into...
Dilo en español.
Es un resultado engañoso. It's a...
Yeah, okay. I was trying to translate that earlier too. And
it's like you get that 4-0, but it's kind of like
it's false.
It's a false. It could give
false expectations,
false hopes, or false expectation. It is something to build up. We beat them 4-0. We just played Orlando at home, and Orlando didn't play with Mueller and Nani. Galles is in.
Even though Rowe did a really good, played a really. My bad. Excuse me. Played a really good game. He played really well. He was really solid. Yeah. Had couple really good reaction saves.
Yeah, he saved like the Anton goal and the.
My boy Anton.
Your boy Anton, man. Which is, in my opinion, it was a good pickup on the FO. In my opinion.
But I mean, he was here when Tata was here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You could say that's part of Tata's old squad. No, but different way of looking at it. But I mean, okay, I guess we can give credit to FO if they want it.
So
yeah, Orlando.
We play Orlando. It seems like what do you think? From what I saw is, let's start with the positives. To Steven Glass is we didn't move the lines up, and we weren't forcing to pressure up high. I kind of like that, in the sense of we sat.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We pressured we pressured when they passed the midfield, but for the most part, we were sitting. Right. It's different, very different, from the previous games where good teams like what Orlando are now, man. That's crazy. Think about it. Since last time we spoke, Orlando sucked, and now they're solid under Oscar. Yeah, under Oscar Pareja. He switched that whole thing around. Right. I like the fact that Glass this game against Orlando sat and didn't pressure high.
Yeah, we didn't try to force our identity or lack of identity onto the field, and that that reflected, I guess, in the scoreline. We didn't concede any goals. Credit to Brad Guzan for that one. He had a couple.
Another positive, solid game for Brad Guzan.
Yeah, he deserved that clean sheet after tonight. After. Well, he played well against. I mean, wasn't challenged against DC, but previous to that, he's had a couple of bad errors that led to goals.
Would you say he was was Guzan the man of the match this game?
For Atlanta, sure. Yeah.
Dude, come on, man. You gotta give credit where credit's due. He saved goals. In my opinion, he saved the game.
Yeah.
There was some solid. I mean, the header from DK. Earlier in the game, and then was it from DK?
From DK.
From
and
DK,
the follow-up.
and the follow-up from Robinho.
It
was solid, man. It was solid saves, and then the save in the second half. You got to give credit where credit's due. I think Guzan did good. I think our line did good. At the same time, I'm not sure how offensive Pareja wanted to be in this game, honestly.
Well, obviously we saw he didn't play Nani nor Mueller. So you could say maybe it was a B team for them. They were missing, I guess they're 3 top players. Or 3 of their top players, because DK is still pretty good. But
yeah. And but there wasn't any urgency. I didn't see the same urgency as I saw in the previous matchups between these two. And also, they still gave us a little bit. Robinho was getting after Escobar a little bit. He had a nice little hit the post, actually. A nice little scissor on Anton. He shook Anton a little bit, hit the post.
Him dance a little bit.
Yeah. And then, which had a follow-up from the other side that Brad Guzan, again, saved.
What do you think about Escobar's game? Actually, Escobar in general, the past couple games or couple months.
Okay, so my thing with Escobar is I think, yeah, I understand what people are saying. Like, I like Escobar. I think he is irreplaceable in this team currently. Just because if you can, with Miles and Mesa getting injured, Escobar, you could easily sub them out and put him in the at center back.
Right. Yeah. So he's multifunctional.
Multifunctional. So he's irreplaceable. Secondly, he's solid on that right. I would love to see him going forward. I feel like whenever Escobar goes forward and he has a good game on the offensive side, Atlanta as a whole thrives.
Right.
However,
he needs that supporting cast.
And I'll give it to everybody that's been, coming after him. There are times that he could just wind down a bit, and I feel like he could have easily gotten a red card against Orlando.
Oh, yeah, he I think he deserved that second yellow.
That second yellow, exactly. So I you know what I mean? People think that I protect and blah blah blah. I protect all these players, the South American players. I'm only going after Hyman. No, I go after everybody. I really do.
The same way we like, I guess, American players. Brooks Lennon, bro.
Yeah,
we love Brooks Lennon.
To me right now, Brooks is. I love Brooks Lennon right now. He's my favorite player right now. Not gonna lie, he's
fun to watch. I guess
he is fun to watch when he has
time.
Numbers. Brooks needs numbers when one of the only plays of the game when Brooks had the ball on the right, there were numbers going forward. I think it was John making a run, Gallagher making a run. And
towards the end of the first half.
And somebody else was making, and Hyman was making a run. Like his crosses are on point. He's finding that connection with John. He played John, which in my opinion, I thought it was a PK.
I don't think so.
You didn't see? I thought he
fell down pretty soft too.
But I thought the goalie, like when he slid under his left foot. But I like Brooks. I like what I see. I like what I see from him. But he needs to have that supporting cast. He's not gonna create his own goals. He's the assist. Right. When he scored the bomb against DC United, he got the assist from the left back through a header. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like he needs a supporting cast for him to do his thing. Something I think is not brought up enough from Lennon is he's our best player in the air, offensively and defensively, in my opinion.
He scored. He scored that goal against Orlando last time we met.
And
last time we were in the bands against Orlando.
And also, like defensively on corners, pay attention defensively on corners. Pay attention to his plays against Dallas when the game that we beat Dallas 1-0. Towards the end, when Michael Barrios was starting to do his thing and Dallas was put the starters and started picking it up a little bit. There was a chance. There was a time that Barrios crossed it. Lennon back post, in my opinion, flicked it off, saved the goal. He's solid in the air. He's very good. I love his attitude. Racehorse, never stops.
Right. Always concentrate. Always 100%.
To me, on the FO part, great. In my opinion, I think Lennon and Gressel could have played in the same team.
That's the thing.
It's not one of those things that we brought Lennon to replace Gressel. They could have played together.
They could have, and I mean credit to the FO for scouting that. I mean, they knew that if there was a possibility that Gressel would leave, they would have to find another player to replace him, and they found that in Brooks, and because the FO knew the FO knows who's coming back next year and who's not, and they have time to assess that and find players that can play in their positions and have the same kind of mentality, same kind of style of play.
I could bag them all day. But positives, Lennon and Anton. That's like bringing Anton. I think was big.
Lennon, Guzan.
You mean bringing FO.
Yeah, Lennon for sure. And Anton has been extremely serviceable and probably our leader in the back line, honestly, because Mess has been in and out of the lineup. He's not been consistent.
And Miles he has been battling injuries.
Yeah, Miles hasn't been fit either, and that goes to speak for problems that Atlanta United has faced since Frank de Boer. Fitness problems, bro. Since Tata has left, we've had fitness problems. Oh my God, we haven't had a good preseason. Last year we had a terrible preseason. Do you remember that?
This year we had 2 preseasons.
and we're still slow.
And Remedi's still not fit. I don't understand that. And we haven't even talked about Barco. What's going on with Barco? Like
I don't know. We talked on Siempre. We're like, all right. I mean, he's getting sold. Apparently not. Maybe he has COVID. Maybe he's recovering.
Maybe he's recovering from COVID. Maybe he had like a really bad he had COVID and like his experience, his lungs, everything that happened with that. Maybe he's just not 100%. We don't know. But what I do know is they're not playing him. They're not selling him. He's not on the injury list.
His value is going down. Just not playing or.
Do you think Barco will be sold like PT? Like at that price tag? Oh man, me too. And the beer. Can't be drinking beer and doing this. Price tag.
The price tag. I don't know, man. This market's been weird. If he gets sold to Saudi Arabian club or a club like in China, I don't know.
I don't think he'll go to Saudi Arabia.
He won't. If his dream's Europe, then he has to go for lower than Pitti. I think so.
He has to. Like what? Like 10?
No. I mean, the FO's
like 12, 15?
FO's gonna. Yeah, I think about 15 to recompensate for whatever they paid for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Atlanta was selling for less than what they paid. But I don't know. This market's weird. Post-COVID market.
Yeah, and then with no Barco, I mean, from when we saw Orlando, like I was saying, defensively, better. I think there was more structure, no pressing, we're waiting. But at the same time, that give or take, no numbers going forward,
Right.
no creativity. And we got New York Red Bulls coming up, who just lost to Miami 2-1.
To
Higuain banger.
Golazo from Higuain.
Yeah.
Free kick.
Yeah, what do you
Over 90.
What do you expect from Red Bulls' new coach?
Red Bulls, well, yeah, they signed a new coach from he's from Austria. He was coaching he was a championship division side. And
No, very low side. I think they were like in 21st place. I think at the same time, I think it's he just got the club back in November. He made some strides in playing time, in playing style, and I think it's a plus for Red Bulls.
Yeah,
do you give it a plus?
I saw a couple of people. I don't know much about him, but I mean, he could be one of those things where like he didn't have the tools to.
That's what
succeed.
I'm thinking. That's what I'm
thinking.
thinking.
And a lot of people are banging on him because
That's what I'm
mean,
thinking.
This team was, towards the bottom of the table. Okay, sure, but I mean, maybe they don't have the resources that Red Bulls has. Or
he beat
to
he beat the not Borussia Dortmund, the other one, Borussia were. I forget. I don't know. How to say. Yeah, he beat them on the Europa League. He tied against Roma in the Europa League. So I mean, I feel like it's a plus for Red Bulls.
I mean, Red Bulls has their identity
exactly,
all throughout.
And it's similar to his style, from what I know.
Red Bulls top to down organization. Their football teams have the same identity. Press. Just press the hell out of your opponent. And I mean,
do you expect this? They're gonna press us?
Yeah. We're playing away to Red Bull. We've never won there.
The good thing is Kaku is in Paraguay.
In Paraguay, he has qualifiers up against in World Cup qualifiers.
Mm-hmm.
You excited?
I am excited.
Check out our episode if you're interested in Colombian football. We just dropped a little show for you guys. Parceros take. We take on the Colombian qualifiers, but yeah, Kaku's not playing, and they just lost to Miami, and Miami's not doing too high either. But I mean, now with Higuain, I guess they're doing a little bit better. But
I think they have more of an identity than that stuff. Red Bulls.
Yeah, I mean, they've always had, like we said, the pressure the hell out of your opponents.
You want to do a score prediction or?
Yeah, sure. I'll do a score prediction. I'll say 2-0 Atlanta. No.
Over there?
2-0 Atlanta loses.
Oh, I was about to.
I misspoke.
I was like, over there? Hey, man. I think it's going to be like a 1-0 Red Bull.
Barco play?
You know, I
does
would love to Moreno play. Exactly. That would be dope. Moreno and Barco comes back and they kill it, man. 2-0 Atlanta wins.
I hope. I just want to see. I want to see his team play to something.
Exciting.
Play to something.
Yeah.
Go
to score. Play to score. Try to score.
Right. We're too timid, too shy to get numbers forward.
Yeah, man. Things are crazy. It's been a while, guys. Can't believe we're back. I've been away. Mostly it was me, honestly. Like, I needed to take a break with everything that happened. Personally, with COVID and everything that was going on, I needed to take a break from podcasting. But we are back. Final 30.
Follow us, Final 30, on platforms. Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe here to Parceros United. And like the video.
Let us know what you think. Talk to us. Say your comments. What do you think is going on with the team?
Give us your takes. How can we improve from here?
Yeah, how can we improve?
Whose fault is it?
Whose fault is it? We went really in depth on that. Who do you think? Is it the FO? No. I think they're doing well. Do you think we should get a coach now? Do you think we should get a coach later? Let us know.
But yeah, this is Final 30 Podcast. I'm a Parcero Ron.
Parcero Dani.
See you guys.
Nos vemos.